Hello and welcome to the Orange Arena in Bratislava, Slovakia in the IIHF World Championships for this quarterfinal between Finland and Norway. I'm your commentator Owen Nilsson. We've had the prelims, we've had the qualifying, and now it's knockout hockey. There are no more second chances for today's losers. Both put everything on the line to reach the last four. Yesterday saw the Czech Republic and Sweden take the first two slots, and now these two teams will battle it out for the first spot in tomorrow's second semi-final. Finland start as heavy favourites after only one defeat that saw them finish second in Group E behind an imperious Czech side that looks destined for the final yet again. They come into today's game after a thrilling come-from-behind win against #1 seeds Russia. 2-0 down after the first period, level after 60. A shootout win followed that leaves the Finns brimming with confidence ahead of today's matchup. Norway got a morale-boosting 5-2 win over France in their final game of the qualifying. Marius Holtet bagging 4 goals, and the Norwegians are hoping they can make their first ever World Championship semi. I'm joined today by Luca Tramontin. So Luca, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks my friend, thanks and welcome everybody. As we were saying before, that should be a mismatch. Talent-wise, let's be very frank, Finland has much more. But, there is a big but. It's a Norwegian system I like so much. They play very well, they have a very powerful power play, so the Finnish have to be very careful. Don't give away easy penalties, especially at the beginning of the periods with the clean ice, because they are good skaters. And I think that the system, the discipline, the structured play of the Norwegians will give us a big enjoyment today. It's my point of view.
Well, it's a fantastic spectacle we're going to have here in Bratislava, Slovakia, in the west of the country. There's some players to look out for. Olim, who's a top scorer for Norway so far with 9 points. Of course, Holtet, who bagged 4 in the last game in that win over France. France, well, they were always going to lose out in Group F, but they had to beat them, and they did that with style. So if we take a look at the lineups, Finland in there. For you, Luca, who's the real danger men in the Finnish lineup?
In Finnish lineup, you have so many. They can score with the defensemen a lot. There's the IIHF Sami Lepisto there. He has a powerful shot from a while. Then again, of course, you have Tuomo Ruutu. He finished off the last hope of a very willing Slovakian team. So you have to look around for Michael Granlund, the youngest, born in 19, and we have so many, too many to name, and of course Mikko Koivu.
And for the Norwegian lineup, what do you reckon for them there?
I think we'll talk about lines more than this. I like the third line, Hansen, Holtet and Norlin, but it's not a name. If we're talking about Finland, I answer with names. If we talk about Norway, I would answer with lines, because they have a system. They don't have big game breakers. I mean, I don't want to take anything out of Marius Holtet. They got Christiansen, Fredriksson, then they don't have Torresen this year, but they found someone who really replaces him. And again, we have this gentleman we see in this very right moment. So they got dangerous lines and no game breaker, but they can combine to score, especially in the first period. Then there's another thing. Finland plays a decent number of minutes each line. Norway normally finishes playing with 2 lines and a half. That could be a factor as well.
Right, okay, well, we're almost ready to go in this third quarter-final. 2 done yesterday, 1 more after this one, but Finland and Norway looking for that first spot in the second semi-final tomorrow. I'm just about ready to go. Finland, of course, lost in the quarter-final last year and the year before that. And here we go on the ice. Norway never been to a semi-final in this format. So intriguing to see if there's any nerves in there. There's big focus on the game, both in Finland and Norway. These two geographical rivals, hockey rivals today. They've met a few times in recent years. Finland coming out on top in all of those. The last time they met in 2008 in the World Championships. Finland were the winners. That was in the qualifying round. As Finland have it on the far side, trying to fight his way through and losing the puck. So Norway playing in red here on the near side, just dump it up the other end off the wall and looking to make the play behind the goal. It's right in front. Well, they managed to retrieve it. Finnish defence. What happened there, Luca?
That was it was an offside call. Probably the pass was a bit too much over the line, which is a little bit of a wise. I don't want to read too much in the first shift. Anyway, we see that Finland, they protect center ice. They let you skate along the board on the wings, but they're not happy you to reach the high slot or the low slot. That's just the beginning.
Right, so Norway bring it away again in center ice on the far side. Just a little chip and go get. Around the boards.
What a pressure in front, my friend. You see 3 red players start to disturb the Finnish playmaking. It's a very risky strategy, but if it works, it works.
And Komarov with the pass, and then it was just slipped right in front, but there was no one there to get on the end. Now on the line is Valvara. Shot come in, but the pad save, and Haugen gets it at the second attempt. Haugen, he's been a great keeper for Norway in the tournament, hasn't he, Luca?
Well, I think we've seen very good things by Norway. They wouldn't be there anyway. This is Jonas Solos of the Colorado Avalanche. To say the truth, he's been sent to the minors in the last month. Anyway, he's a very brilliant player. I think the Norwegians, they need a very good wing from the face-off. They need pucks because they won't have much possession. Now they lost this, you see. Face-offs are going to be a factor. When you struggle a little bit talent-wise, you need.
Well, the puck's fired in right in front on the crease. Haugen managed to get it at the second or third attempt.
You need a puck. Otherwise, you don't score. Very easy to say that. I state the obvious, but.
Jaakko Immonen, he's a very important player for Finland and has been down the years. He was involved in that defeat in the quarterfinals last time out to eventual winners Czech Republic. He got the goal in the penalty shootout, but his teammates ended up missing and they lost on penalties in that game. Czech Republic, of course, had that dream run to the final, and they look like they're a good bet again. Just a quick note on that, Luca. How do you think the Czechs are looking?
The Czechs, they're going to win.
You think they're going to win it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've had it there then. Get to the bookies if you can find some good odds.
Yeah, they're very strong. They have the talent. They play very different from the Canadians and the Russian, but they got this wonderful European system, plus they have this little bit of physicality, which probably comes also by the long experience of many players in North America. So I think this time they're gonna have the title in their neighboring country. They look very good, aren't they?
They do. Everyone made a big effort in the throughout the tournament, in both here in Bratislava and in the East in Kosice. It's been a fantastic tournament so far. Only 5 more games, including this one, left.
We're saying Tollefsen played more than 30 minutes in the last days, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of minutes. Well, the Finnish, they rely on 4 lines normally, and at the end, especially in the third period,
could be a chance here as the shot comes in, but just got the block. That was Koivu who got the block in. Now on the back and the boards in the Finnish end zone, but Finland have got it, and they're looking for the pass back behind the goal, and they're just going to set again. Koivu again. Excuse me, sorry, Kukkonen with the puck.
Looks for support, wait for the guys, for the tight guys to go to the shift, go to the bench. And now have a look to the defense, to the structure, to the positional play of the Reds. They don't leave any gap. In the first minutes, we saw them forechecking, they're causing traffic and problems up front. Now they retreat and they 4 in a line. Look what a change of strategy they have throughout the minutes.
That's great stuff from them. They're going to have to do their best to keep Finland out. Finland scored a hatful of goals in the tournament so far with 16. In fact, Norway scored 1 more, but Finland did finish second, runners-up in their group, only losing the 1 game. That was to the Czechs. Not too much shame in a defeat to the Czechs, the form that they're in at the moment. So Finland have it behind the goal, bringing it up the ice, just looking to make the pass. And now on the fast near side, coming through center ice.
Now they put it there and chase. You see, the Finnish, they are not permitted to play the cute hockey they can. And that bodes well for the game.
High slot coming in, and the shot just pushed round by Haugen in goal, using the pads. He's got 93% saves in the tournament so far, as it's just dumped up the other end. And
it's a very good dump, because when you do it like this with the puck flying, the defenseman has to wait Well, your forwards, they can attack, so you find yourself in motion, facing a defenseman which is not in motion. This is not very cute, very stylish, but it is very, very effective.
So Finland start again from behind the goal. Looking to bring that run of 2 consecutive quarter-final defeats in the last 2 tournaments to an end today. Much heavily fancied. Last time they lost out to the Czechs, as I was saying. The year before that they lost to the USA. They got a silver in Canada in 2007. Versus Canada, I should say.
Yeah, good pressure. This is good pressure, but watch out.
Now Finland can bring it away. They've got a chance of something here. The shot comes in, but straight into the belly of Haugen, who gets it at the second attempt.
And if they lose some seconds, they can breathe. And that goes in favor of the team who uses 3 lines of 2.5 instead of 4. So if you lose a few seconds, sometimes it's a matter of experience. Finland have any interest of speeding up the tempo, and well, not Norway at the moment. And again, let's see how it works with the face-off. It's a good win. It's a very good win. The 3rd in a line, if memory helps.
Is it going to be, Luca, that the Finns are going to catch out Norway? Like the defence is going to be the defence is going to be well organised, and then this is going to be the dangerous time for Norway on the counter?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think so. And what about penalty? Oh, this is not just pushing a shoulder.
So we see a bit of tasty stuff. That's Nokkalainen in there, getting up close and personal with Tollefsen.
That's worse for Norway, because it's gonna be a roughing call each side, and they don't want to take anything.
Well, these Scandinavian countries and Norway, of course, and Finland, very close geographically. There could, there's some history there. It's a big rivalry between the 2 nations historically.
Oh yeah, but on the technical side, I also have to add that Tollefsen is the mastermind of most of the special teams. He plays more than 30 minutes, so 2 minutes without him, it's tougher. It's tougher. This is a penalty which goes 2 sides. It's a 2 minutes roughing, 2 minutes roughing, but this is much, much worse for Denmark. Yeah, for Norway, I'm sorry. Plus, Finnish have a better skater, probably. So you have more surface to cover on the ice.
Well, we're going to see what comes of this first penalty, both off, so it's 4v4 on the ice. Now on the far side, looking to make the pass. Worked around and off the wall. And now Norway can bring it away. And the long shot coming in, just claimed by Vahanen and laid off, so Finland can use it again, but great D there on the forecheck.
Oh yeah, very good one. Dangerous, very dangerous. If you go up there, you might be short.
Could be some danger now, though, for Finland as they bring it up. 2-1-2, shot comes in, hits the side netting. Now behind the goal, it's Koivu, and now high slot shot coming in. Well, it couldn't get through the traffic. Round the back of the goal and off the boards, and Norway are bringing it away. It's Morten Ask playing his hockey for Vålerenga Oslo in Norway.
And penalty time is down to 1 minute something, and it works very well. It's 4-on-4 hockey.
Aggressive check by Norway there, but Finland have brought it away, and the shot comes in and it rattled the framework of the goal. Popped itself up. Now on the far side, Finland just back in their own end zone, looking to start again. 6.5 minutes gone here in the 3rd quarterfinals. The pass comes off the wall and the shot comes in. Well, that was a good pad save. Good work by Finland, using the backboards.
See, Aaltonen from a very difficult angle. He found the time, he found the space to put it there. Probably he didn't have many scoring chances because the goaltender was on the first post, but maybe he wanted an offensive face-off, which has not been considered. Very good and brainy ice hockey.
Sorry to cut in, he's just pinched out straight off his stick, and Finland are coming forward now. That's Granlund. Now on the high side, looking for the shot. The deflection comes in, and Norway can bring it away on the far side. Coming through center ice, trying to beat the Czech. That was Marius Holtet, the 4-goal hero from the game beat France. Can't read too much into that, as France were well down in Group F, finishing bottom in the end. But still a good win. You can only play those in front of you, and it's good for the confidence for Holtet to back four. Don't you think, Luca, today could he be a danger against the Finns?
Sure. If he finds space in front of the slot, it might be a danger. It might be in danger. But we saw from the beginning that the Finnish are much more defensive than we all thought. Well, I don't want to say they didn't defend yet, but they're very, very careful of the slot, because they know that Norway has this couple of men that, if put in front of the slot, they can play also a kind of so-called bang-bang hockey in front of the net. They will go for rebound and all deflections. So yeah, but this is a very good.
Wow, look at that shot, just right off the angle of the goal.
How close.
Haugen didn't have a clue what was coming there. See him just looking around.
Yeah, and
miles behind.
Good for Norway. There was no one in front of the slot, because a rebound there could be crucial. You see,
that's Jaha-Matti Aaltonen. 54 games, 39 points, 20 goals from this season.
Yeah, Finland has skaters like that, so for hockey is more in favor of the Finnish, because there's a bigger surface to cover anyway. Very good work by Norway, and if I'm not wrong, they had the first attempt as well.
Right.
The opponent go.
Well, Finland, of course, just rattled the framework of the goal. Now on the far side, the Finns have it, bringing it up the ice. It's Purala. He's tried to lay it back, and now it's just on the goal line. Ruutu.
Passing skills.
Oh, right in front, and that was a great chance of the first goal. Just laid in front by Tuomo Ruutu, and the shot just turned wide past the goal of Haugen. Now here on the near side, all the way around the boards, looking for the pass. Haugen comes out and stops the attack. Now on the near side, knocking it up, and no troubles there. This is the first time that Norway made the quarterfinal since 2008. In that game, they played Canada and were well and truly hammered, 8-2. They won't want a performance like that again today. A lot of the press in Norway thinking that hockey is on the up. A lot of demands coming in, or suggestions perhaps from Roy Johansson and the coaching staff for improvements in building on this progress for Norwegian hockey.
And we cannot complain of the so-called minor nations of this tournament, can we? We had very brilliant game and upsets, and big pressure from the so-called minor teams.
As we see that shot come in from Aaltonen, absolutely. Well, everyone's brought something to the party. Has been a slight disappointment that the host nation, Slovakia, couldn't make it through to the knockout tournament, just because for the attendances and for the passion inside the stadium.
For the whole nation, the first puck has been dropped there in 1923. Those days, hockey was called Canadian hockey, and bandy was the main game of a stick and puck on the ice. So they have a nation story. Then it's the first tournament they host ever. For many reasons, we are all sorry for them.
As Finland just intercept the puck. Well, it was quoted by many around Slovakia as their Olympics, a country with only 5 million people. It's difficult for them to ever expect to get something like the Winter Olympics or the Football World Cup or something along those lines. So this was really an opportunity from a team's point of view to perform in their own backyard in front of their own fans, as Finland work it round on the far side, looking to lay it off now on the pass. No one over there though. So on the turn, it's Holtet, and you bring it up the ice, crossing over into the centre. Good stick work by him, but they lose out.
Turnover. Dangerous turnover.
Filstrom, he fired it, but no good. Filstrom, 59 games, 53 points for him this season, 30 goals in the regular. What's that man Aaltonen?
You see how he pulls the puck back a little bit, and then he does a kind of shuffle. Very good technique, you see. 1-1, then underneath the legs.
He's got Haugen, all ends up there, hasn't he? The keeper didn't know a thing about that.
Yeah, he was screened because modern ice hockey is very, very difficult to win the one-on-one. So what you do sometimes, you try to shot anyway using the defender as a screener itself. And that's most of the time it puts the goaltender in trouble. Oh, this is a good tackle. Another body check, it was a kind of tackle.
Worked around the boards. There's been a lot of physicality. It's a very physical sport, but Luca, do you think it's been quite well policed by the referees? Slightly different rules to the NHL, of course.
I think so, but yesterday, the Slovak Republic, in yesterday's game, we saw the North American referees, they permit a bit of physicality, more of that, because they're used to North American wise. Anyway, every referee, of course, is entitled to do mistakes because they don't have the video cameras, but in general, thinking, I hear my friends who really know about ice hockey, and they say the referee has been very, very good so far.
Well, no complaints, and the shot comes in, a good pad save by Vahanen.
I also like players' attitude. You don't see much complaining. You don't see whining or embellishing the hits and so on. So it's a very good atmosphere in the ice, tough as it must be, and very funny and friendly in the stands and around the city. In Kozice, it's all people watching around, commenting, supporters of different teams having comments together. And there's a very good atmosphere in the streets of Kozice and Bratislava too.
Now Bastiansen on the puck. Now round and back onto the end zone. The Norwegians trying to defend this on the high point, but no real chances other than that.
Now they
one
have
off the
very hard to keep possession. So they have it very hard to retain the puck because have a look at 3 defenders, very well placed. Some way, and don't ask me how, Andreas Martinsen finds the way to shoot, but it's not a very convincing shoot. Why? Because the Reds are very well positioned. So every time you find something, just like in this case Martinsen, but Mikko Koivu beforehand, you always have it very hard. You cannot load a powerful slap shot or wrister.
We just took a look at Mikko Koivu there. He's got 5 points so far in the tournament. Top scorer for the Finnish side after 6 games is Jarkko Immonen with 7. He's got 5 goals. On the other side, as I was saying earlier, it's Mattis Olim. He's got 9, 8 assists. Just the 1 goal. He's been crucial to their transition from preliminary qualifying and now the knockout stages.
And we haven't seen much of Michael Granlund, usually the best rookie for Finland, but this is a big credit to Norway's system.
Now Finland have it in center ice, just sent across and cut out with the hand. Finland take it back on the far side, just working it round. That's Lassi Kukkonen.
See now 4 Norwegian men at center ice. So either you enter their area very quickly or you don't find space so easily.
The Norwegians doing a good job at the moment of blocking out Finland. This chance for them was that shot, but now right in front, there could be a chance, and just got the shot off at the deflection. Crucial deflection by Bonsaxen. In the end, trying to create a bit of space to work it. It's just slipped the ball into the kitchen, but couldn't work it out. Koivu, of course, a Minnesota Wild.
You see,
finished 12th in the Western Conference this regular season. Excuse me, Luca.
No, it's okay. Finnish talent, they have it very, very hard to find a place. This is a team who likes to cycle the pack more than put it in front and see what happens, but they cannot have a very good possession and puck circulation. They got skilled players, and skilled players, of course, they tend to look for skilled ice hockey, but it doesn't work today, so far yet.
Fantastic pass on the spin, falling down, manages to whip that one round. That was Mika Koivu, we were saying earlier, but Norway have got the puck, just bringing it across into center ice, trying to get something going. It's been mostly the Finns in attack for the last 10 minutes or so. Norway need to try and get their dangerous players on the puck a bit more further up the ice, but they're putting so much into defense at the moment, as you can see there with the strong check on the backboard. So Norway have it now and sent around. Vahanen was there just to stop it, so they're going to get ready to come again. Niskala.
Hey, what do teams like Norway do? They have a game plan, which is reach the third period with a low score. If chances come, we take them, but don't reach the third period.
Well, super skill there from Martin Roymark. Just took one touch on the puck and then spun and got the shot off. Comfortable save in the end by Petri Vahanen with the pads, but good skill from the Norwegian.
And again, you see after first few minutes with daring ice hockey for checking in front now. The guys in red, they wait in the neutral zone. They play a very patient and prudent territorial game, so does mascot.
Yeah, Gooley, the mascot. They were just having a laugh at him, the security guards, but looks like Gooley had the last laugh, wrapping him up. Seen him throughout the tournament diving off various balconies and high points in the stadium.
Well, that's a mistake. That's a mistake because the puck was outside the line. So when the puck is outside the line, you have all your forwards, they have to leave the zone. And it was not a forced error. You don't get pushed off the zone, but if you do this by yourself, I know coaches don't like this.
That was Jonas Hollis playing his hockey for the Colorado Avalanche, one of the few Norwegians to play outside of Europe, indeed outside of Norway. Big mismatch just on the teams that they play for alone. A lot of the Finnish guys are playing in the KHL, Eiko Bars Kazan and Metallurg, two of the big teams in the KHL.
I mean, that says Jari Kuri. Oh, what a legend.
He's a legend, isn't he?
I know, when you recognize players of this age, yeah, this probably will date me. I know. He was born in 1960, so he's 51. So he's a manager and a technician there.
Over 1,000 points in the NHL, right?
Oh, yes. 1,000 points in the NHL. And as they say in Finland, the person is even better than the player. So a real symbol and legend and gentleman.
Absolutely, as they try to work it now, looking for the wraparound right in front, and it's Melee in there. They're trying to get it out. The whistle goes on the play. Well, there's a rare bit of pressure from the Norwegians in front of the Finnish goal.
That's the first time, there's a penalty call, and that's the first time in which the Finnish permit to reach the slot, and you have the feeling that it's gonna be a loose puck in front of the goaltender garden to open the score. You see, that's the first time. We never saw the Reds in grade of putting the puck there, but it didn't cost one score, but a penalty. And there we see the comparison between penalty killing and power play. And watch out.
So the Finns are short-handed.
And Norway has a very good power play normally.
Fired in, and again with a second bite, but couldn't get in. There was a good stop in the end by Vahanen. It's number 46, Mattis Olin, we were talking earlier, with the 9 points.
Yeah, I know it's not very classic, but this is the kind of ice hockey that Norway has to play. As we said, in a very rough way, bang hockey in front of the net. That's the way they can keep in the game and put pressure on the finish.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, haven't you? There's no point going after a type of game that you're not equipped to play.
Exactly, you play with what you have. You know, this is going to be a clearing, but you see, it's the player dumps it in, goes to the shift. Norway still has 90 seconds.
They're going to really push now to try and take advantage of this with only just over 3 minutes to go in this first period. Still Finland 0, Norway 0.
Well, the clearing doesn't work, so it's another red possession.
Trying to send it around the wall, but the pass hasn't gone to the stick and it's tumbling all the way down the ice, so Norway will have to reset.
When the puck is standing like this, means that the ice is not very quick. A standing puck means that the ice is not very, very quick. This is, as Mark always says, this is not very good for the talented skater. This helps a little bit more power than skill skating, and the puck was clearly standing. And we're not even at the last minutes. Normally it happens when you are 18, 17 minutes into the period.
Just taking a look at the Norwegian coach there, Roy Johansson. There's another one from 1916. He's done a good job so far in the tournament. With Norway, of course, wouldn't have expected much more. In quarterfinals has to be the highest of their expectations, so anything more than that is a huge, huge bonus for Norway and the hockey from Norway. As we just see the puck turned away, 45 to go, still on the power play for Norway. So you just work it round behind the goal. Now coming up the ice with Can-Andre Olin to lay it off here on the near side. It's Mornask. He takes a little tumble on the goal line, trying to work something out. They're all cramped in the corner there.
This is a very good defense. Two players in front of the net.
Slipped in front, but there could be a chance, and the shot comes in just past. Vahanen didn't have to make the save in the end. It was Mads Hansen who got the shot off. Now on the goal line, looking for some second play. 5 seconds to go on the penalty.
Have a look to ask to number 21 us here.
Played around and they've slipped it. Oh, tried to get it in front, but it was a good block in the end. It was Morten Ask who was lurking around. Now the shot comes in on the second, but straight into the belly of Petri Vahanen, and the whistle goes on the play. So Finland did well to kill that penalty, right?
Yeah, very well. Now there's a defensive face-off for Finland, but with the teams at full strength. So it's very good thinking by the goaltender. He blocked. Well, goaltenders like this, when they see the puck, they make the save normally. If they're not screened, you don't have big hopes. But now teams are full strength, so he said kind of, okay, well, let's take the defensive face-off here, because the penalty is over. Very brainy move by the goaltender.
Just trying to slow up the play so Finland can get themselves back into it after serving out that penalty. Best chance really so far for both was Altonen's shot off the frame of the goal. Finland, they're going to try and push now though. 90 seconds to go in the first period, looking for that first goal still here in this third quarter-final in Bratislava, Slovakia. Puck sent up the other end, and Norway just try and get it away up into center ice, and there could be a chance now. A little one on the side as he brings the puck here to the near side. Check comes in and forces him up against the boards.
As he maintains possession.
Manages to get it in front of the shot. What a chance that was. Number 10, Lars-Erik Spets, right in front. Standing in Vahanen's crease.
Very good. Spets trusted the winger. He knew that the puck was coming there. And again, there's a man in front of the slot. Spets again.
Real dangerous. He just worked it out. Well, arriving late was Koivu, but he couldn't get the crucial touch. And a good finish to the period by Norway.
Very good one. Very, very good one. And they finished that attacking. They couldn't score during the power play, but it looked like they had some territorial gain after the team were back at full strength. Very good structure and Scrooge ice hockey. Can I say that? Scrooge ice hockey, you know. It's not high risky, it's not very stylish, but have a look. We are at the end of the period and the score is still 0-0.
I like that. I like that Scrooge hockey. I think that should be admitted to the vernacular of hockey.
Vernacular, okay, yeah, right.
Okay, so we're ready to go again. Just over 30 seconds to go as Finland take another penalty.
And they go again. Every time they can stay in the opponent zone for more than 30, 50 seconds, they come away with something. And one big gain is that time still goes. And it's in the gameplay of the Norwegians. Well, I don't think the Finnish are any happy of this.
Well, nothing really happened from the Norwegians there as they brought it up the ice, but now on the near side, high on the blue line, just laid off. That's all in. He's trying to lay it back, but a good interception, and that's probably going to be the end of the first period. Okay, so the buzzer goes. Interesting first period. Best chance went to Aaltonen, but there was some pressure at the end by Norway. So we're going to take a little break, but we'll leave you with the score at the end of the first period. It's Finland 0, Norway 0. Hello and welcome back to the second period here in Bratislava, Slovakia for this third quarter-final between Finland and Norway. Score currently tied at 0-0. Finland still a man short for the next minute after the penalty at the end of the first to Lapisto for hooking. And Finland have got the puck here on the near side. I'm still with Luca. Luca, what do you reckon for this second period? How do you think things are going to go, and how are Finland going to try and get that first goal?
I think that they're good minutes for Finland to show the talent, because you see how fast the puck travels in the first minutes. Like we are seeing that after 3 or 4 minutes, the puck starts slowing down a little bit. So now we start with they have to survive this this penalty killing.
Well, there's all sorts of chances going in there. There was rebound after rebound after rebound, but Vahanen managed to keep it out in the end. You could see a gritted teeth from Skroder there. Disappointed.
You know, a curious fact that could affect, sounds weird, but it could affect a Finnish special team is they have all the defensemen, they are lefty. They don't have any right shoot in the defense. So in a 5-on-5 it doesn't make much difference, but in the special teams sometimes when you need to shoot, you have all left shooters, it could have a sort of effect. That's what my friend who coach always tell me. It's in the special, you just look for good players, right or left, but there are certain peculiar situations in which this thing can be a factor. Penalty nearly over, and the ice is very, very quick. Not for long.
So Finland looking for their first semi-final performance for a few years. 2007, as we were saying earlier, they got the silver. Quite a good record in the history of the World Championships. 6th on the all-time list, just the one victory. That was back in 1995 in Sweden, where the next World Championships will be held in conjunction with Finland. So maybe there could be a chance. In fact, Finland beat Sweden in the final in 1995. Last medal was 2007. We got a bronze in 2006 in Latvia. The tournament was held in Riga. So they're probably fancying their chances, although if they do manage to get through today, which is by no means certain, they'll be up against either Canada or Russia. Russia #1 favourites, but had a very checkered run so far to the quarterfinals. Canada, on the other hand, have been very impressive, along with Czech Republic, 2 of the most dangerous sides left in the tournament. Nobody really wants to play, as we see Finland trying to win it out in their own zone, just in center ice, bringing it up, and Norway pinch it back.
And that face-off count is Finland 12, Denmark 11. That's going to be a factor because they didn't start very well. And this is an offensive face-off for Finland. I guess there's a little bit of friction. Let's see if roughing calls come. They're gonna be crucial. Really nice, and power play is a good combination. Let's see what happens. No, I don't think it's enough for roughing call.
So far, Finland 16 shots, Norway 14, so fairly even. Finland out with the penalties, though. They've got 6 penalty minutes and 2 to Norway. Not sure anyone taking a trip to the box. No, it's all good. So
no.
Get the face-off down in the Norwegian zone. Still waiting for that first goal. 2 minutes 20 gone in the second period in the quarter-final.
You see that?
Good skating there on the far side, and the shot comes in, and it was just pushed away by the keeper Lars Haugen. Now a complete fresh air shot, but he got it on the second one and saved by Vahanen behind the goal in the Finnish end zone. They survived that one. Bit of a freak shot the first one, but he managed to get it off all right the second.
Is it Finnish defensemen? They're all lefty.
Great pass that was, and the shot right in front.
Ooh.
Put the pass across the crease. He was trying to pick out number 15, that's Christiansen, but he couldn't get his stick on it, the Sparta Salzburg player. Now here on the near side, Norway got a chance. There's a little bit of space just to work something, and the shot comes in. Tipped around by Vahanen. It's been a bit of a chop and change in the Finnish goal. Some good performances and some not so good between Vahanen and his fellow goalkeeper Teemu Lassila. In the last game versus Russia, they conceded 2 early goals, and it wasn't to the liking of Lassila. Ended up going off. Also in the game versus Germany, that was an absolute thriller. One of my favourite games of the tournament. I was lucky enough to commentate. Finished 5-4, but in that game, Vahanen really became upset. Now goals they were conceding. As we see that shot coming in again by Salmela.
Lepistö and Salmela, the 2 young NHLers.
Salmela 1 goal, 1 assist so far in the tournament. As we just see the puck sent around the board, but it only got a little way round and then bumped into Aaltonen. Fine for it in centre ice, and Norway come away with it, across the blue line into the zone, and there's a great chance to score! And how has he missed that? That was Ken-Andre Olim.
Penalty. This is a penalty goal.
Oh, they've got the penalty shot. Well, I thought it was just a calamitous miss from Ken-Andre Olim as he was put through on goal.
Yeah, it was hooked from behind. A very good choice. Very good call by the referee. Now we're going to see that better in slow motion.
Super pass to get him right in the slot. Tried to go around Vahanen, brought it onto the open side. And let's just have a look at that. Well, wasn't much of a hook, was it, from Komarov? Didn't really catch him, but anyway, penalty shot for Olim to take the lead. Oh, and he scores! That's the first goal. It goes to Norway. Ken-Andre Olim. Norway 1, Finland 0.
And again, we have to thank the underdogs for a big show. However, this game will finish. We have to thank the structured team for putting heart and the commitment and attack there, and it's
fantastically well there.
Norway won. Yes, very good, very good.
Just drew the keeper Vahanen across, created a little bit of space for himself, and managed to get the shot in on the short angle.
Goes to the left, keeps the goaltender thinking until the very last moment. Then he decides to go and use the left of the left side of the stick. It's Norway 1, Finland 0.
Well, that's really going to set it up now, because as we've been saying, Finland widely regarded as the favourites before this, experience and all counted, but they're behind, and they're going to have to do something about that, as we see Norway with the puck once again in the Finnish end zone, just trying to work it back onto the point, and the shot now behind the goal with that man who just scored, Olim. Oh no, excuse me, that was Bastiansen. Now bringing across the blue line, and it was played right across. Kapanen works it back. Finland just upping the rate a little, but Norway bringing it away here on the near side. That's Spets. Just a nothing play in front of the goal.
This is good pressure again, because the goaltender preferred not to have an offensive face-off there, so he deflected the puck sideways, but there was a winger skating fast there. So have a look. What a boost of confidence the Norwegian had from the score, and rightly so.
A boost indeed. So 5 minutes gone in the second period. Finland 0, Norway 1, thanks to that penalty shot by Olim just a few moments ago. Time for them to step up, make the running Finland, and get some more shots in on goal. They haven't really had that many chances. We see an amazing collision with the goal. That was number 24, Lahanen, who just collided with the crossbar and sent the goal tumbling to the back of the ice. That's why we got the whistle on the play.
Well, the first post was well covered, but you see that what the Finnish are doing now, they're just trying to put the puck there and see what happens, which is not probably, well, surely not what they expected. Because we're 5 minutes into the second period, and they are looking for an equalizer. Wow.
Well, they've got to increase the tempo a little bit just to try and break down this stubborn Norwegian defence that have done so well throughout the tournament, and again now to block out perhaps the better talented skaters. The last time these two met was in the World Cup 2008. The Finns won 3-2. It was a sudden death win in the group stages. Still a long way to go, but it's definitely first blood to the Norwegians. But Finland have it now on the far side, sent around the boards into the end zone, looking to work it out. That's Ruutu on the puck, onto the point now. Off the boards, and it's a good little slip, and Ruutu's there again and tries to play it back, but doesn't work it out, and the whistle goes on the play.
It's again Captain Koivu involved some discussion again with Tolvsen.
I'm sure he's just inviting him over for a cup of tea later, maybe a cake.
Yeah, I think so. What kind of cake?
I think it's a chocolate sponge.
Right. Same. I thought that there's gonna be a roughing call. I didn't see what happened because the cameras were chasing the puck in the action. So it's gonna be it's an interference call for Alexander Bonsaksen.
Well, this is dangerous now, right, for Norway. They're a man short. Finland pushing hard for the equaliser, of course. You're going to up it again a bit more now, as it's a bit of a disagreement between the two. So we've got the offensive face-off for Finland. Finland managed to take the puck.
Went down by Koivu not to retaliate, otherwise it would have been a two minutes each side. So that's a power play chance for the finish. You have to keep calm there. And that's the equalizer.
Just as we were saying, there's a great chance for them to get it, and the goal comes back. Finland level it up, so Finland won, Norway won. That man's looking sheepish now. He's just taken a few seconds in the box. Bonsaksen and his side have fallen for the first time, so it's 1-1. Jaakko Immonen, who else could it be but Jaakko Immonen? He's a goal machine, isn't he, Luca?
Yeah, he scores a lot, but you see that the shooting lane was not covered. And I know it's very hard, and I know it's very easy to speak from here, but it's on the first post. So puck circulation obliged the goaltender to move from one post to another. And the finish, they didn't even wait to get the opponents a little bit tired. I mean, normally what you do, you have circulation, because the goaltender has to crouch down. The defenders are not allowed to go to the shift.
As the shot comes in again, well, dangerous for Norway. They need to just wake up and recover after conceding that goal. That was Finland's 6th goal in the power play. And the 6th best team in the tournament in power play terms.
And penalty killing situations are very costly in the second period, more than in the first and the third, because you have the bench far from your defense. So it's very hard to, what you do in the second, when you power play in the second period, you take the puck around for 1 minute maybe, so the opponents, they can't go to the shift. But the finish, they've been very confident. They tried to shoot after a kind of 15 seconds, and they got the equalizer.
But to get the penalty for the roughing there is it's going to be a disappointment for Ray Johansson, the coach of Norway, because it's a nothing penalty as we just see that shot flashed by the goal of Haugen, but Norway can bring it away. Still, it's only level, so they can recover and come again, and that's what they're doing right now with Mads Hansen, who slayed the puck back, and it was just popped out in front. Jonas Hollis was there trying to sniff it out on the crease, but he couldn't get the stick in time, and Vahanen smothered it.
Well, about a penalty call, my first impression was that where the cameras were chasing the puck, and rightly so, that it was a kind of useless roughing. Then I saw that this kind of interference was due to how dangerous Koivu could be in front of the slot. So now the game is very open again, but very good for Koivu not to retaliate. Have a look. If you don't interfere there, you might be in danger.
Well, it's all about little moments, isn't it, and choices, and that was probably not a great choice in the end from the Norwegian player Bokseksen, because it did cost his team in the end. Niemanen getting the goal. He's playing his hockey for AK Bars Kazan in the NHL. They're a strong outfit, and he got 21 goals this season, second top points behind the Russian captain Morozov for his team. So he's had a good season. He's carried that form into this tournament. That's a sixth goal that just went in. 8 points he's got in total as Norway just work it back into their own zone, and now spread across onto the far side and back again. Just looking for that opportunity to come forward. Now on the far side, just coming up and just laid around, but good D by Finland to squeeze out. Now coming up the ice, looking for the pass. It's Granlund on the goal line. Now he's going around the back and he's going to look for the pass on the turn and flashed it across the front of goal. No one was there to get the contact.
He's been permitted to wrap around the whole.
Oh, and he stole it back, and that was a great chance for Granlund again. Almost got it. He's got one goal already this tournament. It looked like he was going to get his second there, and he pinched that puck.
Very skilled. He's stealing the puck up there. It's very difficult. I don't think it's a very good moment for Norwegian defense that we appreciated so much yet. Have a look.
Oh, well, it's all going.
Oh, lovely skill by Granlund. One more reason to understand why he is considered the most talented rookie in Finland, born 19, Michael Granlund. We haven't seen much of him today, but until now, I would credit this to the opponent's defense more than to his failure. Anyway, a great player, a great steal, but we're still 1-1.
He's given the advantage to his team now, though, because they're going to have it. And the last time was a goal for Finland in the power play, so there's going to be some worried Norwegian players for the next minute and 50 seconds as they try and block out this penalty. Finland have it on the far side, just looking to lay it off. Now Aaltonen in the high slot, lays it back off. Looking for the space. Aaltonen again here. Now looking to make a space still for that shot. That's Salmela. Now Ruutu lays it onto the goal line. Good play, and they're right in front with the shot. Oh, and it's gone in. That's the second one for Finland. It's Tuomo Ruutu gets the goal. That's his sixth of the tournament as well, to go along with Niemanen, who got the first.
So we see that they don't look for very skill or velvet drop or soft passes. They realize they have to put the puck there to score. And they got talent to show us much more than this, but have a look. They put it in front of the net.
This was a great pass, wasn't it, there? Just along the line to the man on the goal line, and then he managed to whip it in and create a bit of space. But Norway have really shot themselves in the skate in the last couple of minutes.
And this,
as we see it fired right in front.
Takes two players there. The pass was lovely underneath the defenseman's legs. And then the first forward couldn't push it in. Another one came there and very, I don't want to say roughly, very timely, aggressively put the puck into this. Great game.
Well, Finland brought a decent record into the power play as Norway, well, they weren't too bad on the penalty killing, but they've conceded 2 from 4 in the 20 or so minutes, 26 minutes that we've had.
Martinsen gets waved off. He's replaced on the face-off circle by Per-Anders Krøder.
So Norway going to have to recover from that. They took that lead and it looked so promising when Olin knocked in the penalty shot, but a bit of indiscipline and some poor defending on that second one. And now it's contrived against them, and they're 2-1 down. And they're the ones who need to do a bit of chasing in the game.
Nice hit on the fair one, shoulder on shoulder. You're allowed to do this. The referees are very strict when you target.
And here's another chance, and the shot comes in. Well, it was okay in the end. There was not too much to worry for Haugen. Should have done better really with that. On the short angle on the far side. Just loses control of the puck, and they bring it again through center ice. Sends it up the side and round the back. That's Komarov chasing.
You see, Norway, they don't forecheck anymore. I don't know if it's a choice or they're tired, because it's very tiring, very demanding to forecheck.
So Finland with the cross ice pass around the boards. Now just gonna do the same. Aaltonen trying to dig it out. It's Jonas Hollis.
Back in the neutral zone. This is a good deep and chase. Oh yes, brilliant work, brilliant work. So he finds the way. Good work by Kinandre Olin. And they find some possession there. And they got a man in front of the net.
We'll work it back onto the point and looking for a little bit of space to get the shot off. There it is, coming in, all sorts of traffic in front of the net, and it's spilled. Well, no one knew where the puck was for a second there. Now on the point, they're trying to work it out, but looks like Finland could come away with it in center ice, battling for the puck. That was Kapanen. But they've done well, and Olim, who scored that penalty shot, gets one across the face of Vahanen's goal. Now it's tumbling up the ice, and they're going to run the shift.
Have a look. Now they start putting the puck deep and chasing. And a little bit of forechecking by the Norwegians.
That's Immonen on the puck as the whistle goes.
Offside. It's an offside call. So the face-off is going to be just outside the blue line.
Billström, 1 goal so far. Take a look at that. Where is that space? Well, what do you think? He's got to do a bit better from there, hasn't he?
Well, the first post was covered, so he saw that, he noticed that, he spotted that the only chance was on the second post, but the goaltender was very well positioned. He was skating fast, so it's not very easy to control. If you can stop skating, you can balance much better than this, but that was a very difficult angle, and against a very well positioned goaltender.
So the Norwegians huffing and puffing and rehydrating in the box there.
What you really need in cases like this is someone else in front of the net, or either for a pass, or either to give the goaltender a big question mark. Who will I take care of? But if you're attacking there and you are the only threat that the goaltender has, a good goaltender doesn't leave you any chance.
Well, they're on the prowl, hoping for a win.
You're nice, but not really beautiful, my friends.
We've got
but
all
nice
sorts.
anyway.
We saw some in the Hawaiian gear earlier. we've got the inflatable mallet, and that great mohawk, and the guy behind him.
Now the face-off count is not that even anymore. It's Finland 20 now, 14.
Finland managed to work it away, and there's a little bit of afters behind the goal, and the whistle goes. The referee saw that. That man's involved again. Just got the goal.
Tuomo is very well respected in Slovakia, even though he just killed Slovakian hopes. Ansi Samela, the young defenseman, the NHL. It's a slashing goal in a very clean and neat one.
He's playing for the New Jersey Devils, who didn't have the greatest season. Finished 11th in the Eastern Conference. He got 7 points this season, 6 assists, 14 penalty minutes in the regular season. He's going to take 2 more now.
New Jersey Devils had a very weak season this year. They lost nearly everything. Then they had a change in the head coach and the staff. And after Jacques Lemaire came, they won, if I'm not wrong, 8 games in a row, but not enough to pass to the playoff anyway. Very weird season.
Well, Norway have got a very good record for power plays. There's 35 times they've had it. They've scored 8, which is equal best, along with Latvia, amazingly. So they're always going to be dangerous in this situation if the tournament statistics can be relied on. But Finland are going to bring it away now on the far side, looking to make something happen and run the clock down. They're doing a good job of that at this end of the ice. But now there's a bit of space maybe for Norway to attack into if they can get the speed up as the puck's sent around the boards all the way, looking for a teammate on the far side. Now on the point, Solos
looks around, locates the option, looks for the free man, finds a space in the man. They don't rush, which is good for them.
Laid back from the goal line, and the shot trying to get the rebound there. That's Mattis Olim. He's still got it, looking for the pass now to create a bit of space. Olim still has it. There's a man behind the goal. Just here, that's Marius Holtet, and the shot still driven in, but there was all sorts of traffic in front of that goal. He couldn't get through. And another time, and he takes another bite, but the same result. On the far side, they're still trying to find that bit of space. 8 power play goals.
To put the shin pad down.
And the shot comes in, the pad saved by Vahanen on the goal line. Looking for it, Jonas Hollis.
20 seconds left in that penalty time.
And the shot comes in with the pad save. Oh, high on the point.
Puck is out, they have to leave the zone, permitting therefore a shift to the short-handed team.
Well, it was good D in the end by Finland as they kill that penalty, but they haven't had enough, and they're coming around looking for the wraparound, but he couldn't get it off in the end. It was Mads Hansen who was trying to make that chance as they're battling for the puck, but a strong D coming in now. They try and pin it up in the Finnish zone. Cross ice pass played towards Tuomarutu. He goes in on the check. Now Norway have it in their own zone, just looking for a bit of space to start again. Plays the pass off the boards, and it's a bouncing puck, and the whistle goes on the play.
Mattis Olim, very dangerous and very good puck stealer in front. Maybe not today, but we saw much of this. Oh yes, very good Vahanen. He puts, have a look, he had to cover this post, then very quick to put the shin pad down. Looks easy from here, doesn't it?
It does look very easy.
Yeah.
These boys are working hard. They know that it's a huge matchup. There's only a goal in it and everything to play for. Really, for Norway, they want to try and get to that first ever semi-final. It means so much to the country, so much to all the hockey fans in Norway who are going to be watching now from around the world. And they have it along the goal line, looking for the pass behind the goal, trying to create a bit of space for some magic. Laid in front, trying to get their stick on, but Finland trying to scrabble it away. On the far side, twisting and turning, that's Bastiansen. Just shot across around the back of the end zone, and the Finns are going to have a bit of time just to try and use it. Good check coming in, but the whistle goes on the play. Aaltonen looking for a bit of a conversation, but that was Andreas Martinsson with the check.
This might be a boarding call. They're not allowed to hit from behind.
Well, it seems so far, Luca, that the discipline in this second period has been a big factor for the Norwegian team, because
now you're not
losing
allowed to
players
do
at
this
crucial times.
because you're not allowed to hit from behind a player which is not seeing you. So you're allowed to hit shoulder on shoulder if the player in possession of the puck is seeing you. This is a boarding call. Well, we talked very well of Norwegian discipline before the game started, and I think it worked well for the first 25 minutes, maybe. But not now, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a factor. I understand much more the interference because Mikko Koivu in front of the net is not the best client you may find.
Well, the space was there, and the goal's gone in again. That's 3 penalties, 3 goals for the Finns. And Norway are really their own worst enemy at the moment as the third one goes in. You could see the frustration of Lars Haugen then. That man, well, he's going to take the blame for some of that. It was an unnecessary hit, really, and Immonen again with a goal. That's 2 today, 7 in the tournament. He just can't stop scoring, and Norway are making it easy for him.
Definitely, discipline is a factor. Definitely. Power play and score.
That's almost a carbon copy to his first goal. Just laid across the ice. He's there all alone. Drives it into the side netting and, well...
If I'm not wrong, from the exact same spot. Proves very costly. And what's worse is that 5-on-5, Finland, they don't have it very easy against Norway.
Well, that's definitely a trend that seems to continue with 3 penalties and 3 goals. And, well, Norway have got to try and score next, you feel, because if they go another one behind, it's going to be really tough for them to come back. They'll probably want to get one before the end of the period just to get a little boost in confidence. After going ahead early on, after 3 minutes and 56 seconds, it's been a bit of a nightmare this second period.
So it's less than 4 minutes left in the period, and now Norway, they need an early goal if you want to get back to the game. They made it so hard for the more talented Finnish team so far, but discipline, and again from the same spot, there was a man left alone. Of course, when you're working with a penalty box, you cannot really take care of everyone there, so you cannot defend man by man, but there's a law, an unwritten law, which says when you penalty killing, you just take care of the man on the second post. So leave a gap somewhere else.
Well, a fresh air shot there by Bonsaksen. He's trying to create this drive coming in, but straight into the belly of Vahanen, and he takes the catch, and the whistle goes. It's going to bring an end to that as Lepisto just feels the after effects of a knock. Get some treatment. Another look at that. There's Lepisto.
Well, there may be some cross-checking, maybe. Yeah, but that's not where he got it. I didn't see where.
So Norway have it now on the near side, looking to lay off the pass. Holos who laid it off, and then Holtet. Now right in front, and there's all sorts of bother in front of that goal. It looks like Vahanen's done enough to end the play.
And it's worked for the referees and for the special teams again.
Well, how do you see Norway finding a way through, Luca? This is the big question for them at the moment.
I see it very, very hard. They have chances like that. Holding the stick, you're not allowed to keep the stick to delay the opponent's move. So, oh, yeah, very close call anyway. I trust
you can see there he's got his arm on the stick, and as he goes to the ice and keeps holding on to it.
You've seen the defenseman coming just from behind the goaltender to cover up. How I see Norway, they absolutely need to score from this power play, and I know it's a pretty obvious thing to say, but they need an early goal. Otherwise, the result is gonna be going where the predictions were. Means all in favor.
Well,
Finland.
They started the game as the best team in power play left in the tournament with 8 goals, but fairly poor work themselves has allowed Finland to join them on 8 goals. Really do with a power play goal now, though, as we approach 2.5 minutes to play in the second period. Finland 3, Norway 1. All the goals coming in this second period. A lot of penalties as well. Norway really need to push hard. Try and unsettle this Finnish defence. It's been a little bit too comfortable for them throughout the first 2 periods. Just the odd chance here or there.
They fight very well. Body on body, they still have something to do. When the game is a bit quicker on open ice, they may have some troubles. Anyway, Norway is still alive. They have to blame themselves for at least a couple of penalties, but they still fighting for the puck, and they're alive. We know that talent-wise there is a big difference in favor of the team in white tonight, but still we've seen a very entertaining, nice hockey match, I think.
Absolutely enthralling stuff in this second period particularly, but the added factor of it being knockout hockey now. Whoever wins goes through, and whoever loses goes home, and obviously throws up all sorts of possibilities that they're playing for. So far, 29 shots for Finland, 18 for Norway.
Another interference call. So that seems like, oh yes, it's a waste. It's a waste. Matt Hansen is out, so it's going to be 4-4 for a while, and 4-4 is not any favor to Norway.
Well, what can the reasons be for this sort of change in discipline in the second period?
I think when you're tired.
Fatigue, is it?
Yes, fatigue. Because when you're tired, you chase the guy, and you tend to use your stick because you find yourself always half a yard behind. And when you push down or cross-check, it means that you don't feel strong enough. When you lack confidence, when you lack confidence, and when your lungs are fatigued, you tend to waste, to give easy penalties. So it's 4-4 for a while.
Oh, and they've scored again. It's 4 penalties in this second period and 4 goals for Finland. And what a record they've had in this second period against Norway. That is unbelievable. Looks like Jani Lahonen who's got the goal. And, well, they've just completely foiled themselves, Norway, in this second period after taking the lead. They've just gifted opportunity after opportunity to their opponents. And now it's Finland 4. Norway 1.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say. One-on-one, you find a tired player, you find a very tired player, which is Mikko Koivu, if I'm not wrong. No, I'm sorry, Tollefsen. Yes, Mikko Koivu was in the fringes. As we said, Ole Christian Tollefsen, Norwegian captain, played an average of 28 to 30 minutes, which is a lot in the different in the previous games. So what happens now? Again, we have to say that that Norway, they don't rely on 4 lines. So what does it mean? That at the end of the second period, you start having very tight players on the ice. And we saw that a big player like Tollefsen, he was stationary and couldn't put any opposition on the one-on-one. We had one forward in motion and one stationary defender, which is even worse because he's the captain. Is that too many men on the ice?
Too many men on the ice, I think, yeah. It's Martinsson who's gone to the box. Well, it just couldn't have gone much worse since they scored that goal for Norway. It looked so promising, and it was well tucked away, that first goal by Ken-Andre Olim, but well, since then it's just been all Finland. 1 minute 20 odd to play in the second period. Finland 4, Norway 1. The shots coming in from all over now. Try and run down.
No call for too many men on the ice. Was something far from the puck. So now Norway is skating up ice.
Up a mountain by the looks of things.
Oh, yeah.
As Komarov just dumps it across. And Lahonen was there, brought it back onto the open side and just tucked it in. And, well, it's just too easy. Same position again. Played across the ice, just cut in and tucked it away. That was his first goal, first point of the tournament. And he really took it with aplomb. Only his second game, in fact, as Finland bring it away, and unbelievably looking for a 5th in this second period. Inside the last minute, Norway going to be short-handed throughout. Finland can, well, if it's not dead already, they can certainly kill it if they can get one more. Coming up the ice, it's poor control of it. He just manages to get it back, and just a little chip up the ice. 2-goal man, Immonen after it.
So it's a bit of relief for the guys in red shirt, because they find a way to clear the puck, but it's going to be short-lived relief.
Immonen now here on the near side, just try to lay it off. Gets it back. He's going to try and push for it. We're inside the last 20 seconds of the second period. Granlund, he's going to look to put it somewhere in front. There's a bit of space. Well, they went over to that favoured place again on the short angle, but couldn't make it stick, and we're probably going to bring a second period to a close now. Finland have it behind the goal.
Good fetch and clear by the Norwegians, but now their skating, which has been a strong point so far, start being a bit slow.
So the buzzer goes for the end of the second period. It started so well for Norway. They took the lead through Ken-Andre Olim, but a succession of penalties followed by goals. First by Immonen, second by Ruutu, third by Immonen, and the last one just a few moments ago by Lahonen has left the score at the end of the second period. Finland 4, Norway 1. Join us again in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome back. We're just about ready for the third period to get started here in Bratislava, Slovakia in the quarterfinals of the World Championships. Finland currently winning 4-1 after a blitz in that second period where they took advantage of all the mistakes that Norway made, and they've got another one to try and defend off at the moment. Just 20 seconds to go. Norway short-handed. So interesting to see how things pan out, but it's going to be a real up-ice task for Norway, especially if they concede another one here with just a few seconds to go on the penalty clock.
Yeah, what is the plan of a well-coached national team which is openly weaker than the opponent? Keep the opponent scoreless, reach the third period with maybe a 0-0 or even a 0-1 and try anything at the very last moment, because you know that you really can't come back with such a difference. So we said Norway is into the game plan, and we said that until they started taking so many penalties, and if you see it printed on the paper, it's pretty impressive. The scoreboard says penalty and goal, penalty and goal, and penalty and goal. How many times, my friends?
4 times.
4 times.
Well, when you look at that from a coach's point of view, it won't be that coach looking at it, but his opposite man. What's the coach going to say to them in that break that we've just had after he's seen them take the lead and then just give it away 4 times?
I don't know what a coach. From a coach's standpoint, I think he will have to say, let's look for early goals. We've seen some very active coaching, taking the goalie off, even when you 3 goals down. Anyway, do they have the lungs to do this? This is a big question mark, because this very strong outfit, which is Norway, they play a very tiring kind of game. They don't play so tight. They skate a lot. So do they have the breath? Do they have the legs to skate again like they did in the first 2 periods? I don't think so. I hope that for the game and for a team which has given us very good ice hockey so far, but really, I don't think so.
Well, if you can't get up for the chance of the first ever appearance in the semi-finals, no matter how tired, then you can't get up for anything. So let's see if Norway can get the first goal back. They have to score the next goal, and if they can do that, then maybe, just maybe, there could be some sort of fairy tale ending to this quarter-final for them. But as it stands, Finland well and truly in the box seat.
So Granlund, the big prospect, he didn't have so many occasions today. But it also comes to show that you cannot rely only on your prospect or big stars to score the goals. And we saw that the trend for many teams, minor or big ones, is to score a lot with defensemen, with the fourth line. We're seeing very good fourth line efforts, and the tournament is not finished yet. We're entering the heat right in these days.
So Norway have the puck on their own goal line in the zone, just trying to make something happen as they just run a shift and come again. Just dump the puck up the other end, and Vahanen just sends it out away from his goal. That's Jaakkola, stuck down in the corner, battling for the puck. A couple of Norwegians in there trying to make a bit of space. On the point, a shot fired in, took a deflection, couldn't get through the Finnish defense. Norway will take it again. Tollefsen sends it up the side, and now through the center of the ice, and there could be half a chance, but in the end it's sent away by Vahanen, and Finland just doing their best to repel these early attacks by Norway. Now it's Holtet on the puck, on the goal line, looking to make something happen. Takes it round the back in the end zone, and Czech comes in and meets him sweetly in the face with his shoulder, but Norway almost lost the puck there. And we're trying to fight it out, and Finland just send it up the other end. Well, from Finland's point of view, they can just try and keep it nice and tight. They don't need to go for anything too dramatic. I'm sure that their coach, Jukka Jalonen, he would have said something along those lines. We've got a 3-goal lead. Let's just protect it.
I think they have some commitments in the next days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they have something in the next days. So
absolutely a commitment, because Luca's referring to their opponents in the next round, which would potentially be the Canada or Russia. both of those are not the easiest. Definitely going to be a harder proposition than Norway, Luca.
Oh, yes, sure. And I wouldn't be surprised, and from this point of view, if the Finnish coach would pull Petri Vähänen and give some ice time to Timo Lassila. Let's not forget that Finland is producing very good goaltenders for NHL and KHL. Of course, having NHL in mind, these days, have a look.
As we just take a look at these
screen.
carbon copies, well, they don't get much. That's almost identical.
We have to thank our colleagues.
Right, it's fantastic work on the camera, but you would think, looking at that, it's just an example of the Norwegian defence not learning from its mistake.
No,
that was the first and third goals for Finland in that 4-goal second period.
It's a classic. You keep the eyes on the puck, on the guys closer to the puck and to the net, and you forget the last man far away from this. But you always have. You better neglect another area. Oh, it's very easy to say. I feel guilty to say that. Anyway, you better neglect another spot, but not the free man on the second post. Anyway, let's not forget that Finland has some goaltenders in NHL now. Big names like Kiprusov, which is a Russian civilian, but he's Finnish, or Niemi, for the ones, many I hope, following NHL in those days. But the coach decided not to rely on any of their NHL goaltending talent, instead going with the European combination of Petri Vähänen and Timo Lassila. So it might be a case of playing with the fourth line for Finland, maybe giving Lassila some minutes, and Petri Vähänen a bit of a rest. Maybe, who knows? Well, on the other side, Norway may try to ask an extra effort to the best men.
As we just see Finland send it up the other end of the ice. They're just going to keep killing that clock. We've done 5 minutes now in this third period. Still Finland 4, Norway 1. Norway with a shot trying to work it through, but all sorts of men to get that puck past and didn't manage it on that occasion. Fighting for the puck in centre ice, over now onto the near side. Just stepping back into his own end zone. That was Filstrom with the pass over. Now just the team's running the shift. Looking to start again. They're not really in any rush. Anssi Salmela, he brings it up the ice. Puts it across now onto the stick of Koivu, who sends the shot in. Got it first time, dropped it, and then definitely got it on the second.
Yeah, this time the goalie locks the door. There was no one in front of the slot, but he left a loose puck. Then the ricochet was so close that he could put some weight over this. But I think this gentleman can be very happy of what his country did compared to the well, they nearly dismissed Switzerland. In Switzerland, I can give you for sure they're very disappointed with what happened. And Norway, and the comparison is with Norway. Most of the times in the Swiss newspapers, they say they got less players, they got less professionals, they got less NHLers, they got less anything, and they made it to the quarterfinals. And I think that Norway can be very happy of this Ice Hockey World Championship number 75.
Yeah, it's a great achievement and a rare achievement, as we were saying earlier. They don't often make it to the quarterfinals. 2008, and the time before that was 1990. So it's a rarity. Happened a couple of times in recent years, but it's the sort of thing they want to build on. Of course, this step up to the likes of Finland is always going to be a super challenge, especially after, one, the style of play that they're bringing in to the ice, but also the amount of games, the hard games they've had to fight for already. And well, they have been a bonus, a treasure in the tournament so far. But what about the semi-final? It looks like it's going to be Finland unless something amazing happens. How do you fancy if Finland came up against Canada or Russia?
I guess Canada, Russia, the thing is completely different. Russia is still a mystery to me because they have a pool of talent which has no comparison, in my opinion. But sometimes they find it very hard to gel. And in a different way, but with some similarities, we can say the same about the USA. They got talent, right?
Canada, don't forget.
Yeah, Canada. I'm sorry. So looks like they can squeeze any team. but the structure is not perfect. It's not a failure, of course. The fact is they didn't have much time to train together. So it's very open. I see the Czechs a little better than anyone so far.
Right. Czech Republic v Sweden tomorrow in the earlier start times. Are you going to go for Czech Republic against Sweden?
What's your pick?
Well, I'm going to definitely go with Czech Republic. Jaromír Jágr, he's been doing all the business, and as we just take another look at the, what is that that's gone tumbling there? The glove just took a tumble, and there's another one in the bin. I was just going to go back to that and say Czech Republic for me, and then I don't know, Canada looked really a good outfit to me in the game that I commentated for them.
Canada, Russia, what's your pick?
I'm going Canada.
Canada.
I'm going Canada, Czechs in the final, and I'm thinking that maybe it's going to be 2 years in a row for the Czechs.
I think so.
Because there's a slightly more experienced lineup in there,
yeah,
and that could be crucial on the big game.
They're going to have support of the people, so
right. Czech Republic very close by geographically.
Oh yeah, they're very, very close to there, and I think there are a number of reasons to see the Czech in front, but who knows, you know, it's a matter of a rebound and so on. And again, when you have so many NHLers which averaged 70 games this year, that might be in favor of the Czechs, because I'm not saying that playing in the Continental Hockey League is any easy. I'm not saying this, but having players from Extraliga and the Continental Hockey League, they don't rely only on NHLers to be an extra factor in favor of the Czechs. Of course, the more NHLers you have, the more quality you have, that's for sure. But how tight they are, a lot more.
There could be some interesting factors along there. Quite a few of the guys in the Czech lineup playing for Salava Ufa, who won the Gagarin Cup in the KHL. So they've got a mixture of experience, but like Lucas says, not quite so many games under their belt, but they have got the title in their possession at the moment. As we see a chance just developing. Norway, of course, short-handed, just a minute to play on that one. And well, so far in this third period, Norway haven't really had the opportunity or fashioned the chances to get that goal back as we're approaching the halfway part of this period, and the puck's just sent up by the Norwegians to kill a bit of the penalty. But yeah, it is intriguing stuff, definitely. But you never know. That do you think there's a joker in the pack with Russia, and they could just click in the one game with perhaps Ovechkin getting some points and something could just work out? Or do you think that so far the defense has been too poor and they're going to come unstuck?
It may happen, because if they really decide, if they find that extra I don't know what inside themselves and decide to play, they really can.
And here's a chance of a fifth goal. It was Altonen bringing it up the ice. We couldn't quite get the shot off, and now they have it still. Just a few seconds to run on the penalty as he winds up the shot and driven in, and it took the block. Wow, he really had a go at that. That was like Speedy Gonzalez with the legs going. Now behind the goal, it's Ruutu.
I don't have any doubt about the quality of Russia, but we saw what memories of 2000. They had the most talented team probably of the history of ice hockey. And again, there's a block, but they didn't play kick for some reasons. You know, it's not automatic. When you're Canadian, it may be tight, but when you wear that jumper, you just click in and that's it. For Russia, it's not so automatic. So are we gonna see one of the best teams ever in the ice, or are we seeing a bunch of extremely talented and skilled players having it hard to gel up? This is a big question mark, which makes the whole thing even more, if possible, even more fascinating.
Fascinating indeed. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed the tournament up to now, and now we've made it to the knockout stages. It's getting all the more interesting as Finland have it in centre ice and bringing it forward, trying to make a bit of space. There's Komorov, but he lost out. So Norway bring it now through the centre ice and lay it round the boards. Looking for that pass, finds the man and back again. Now here on the near side. High on the point, and the shot comes in. But Finland doing a really good job of blocking out the Norwegians. They're not giving them a sniff of anything to try and...
There's a tripping call.
Try and get the momentum, excuse me.
I like Norwegian attitude anyway. They give away too many penalties, but they're losing by a decent margin, and they look very tired. They are very tired. Let's not forget that these gentlemen had to rely on three lines, not on four like many other teams, but they still are fighting. Their ice skating is not any quick anymore, but they really have commitment and passion.
Well, the puck now behind. They've got the man advantage, Norway, and if you think they're going to do it, they're going to do it now, because we're just about 10 minutes to go in the third period. They're still 3 goals down, trying to work the angle, trying to find the space to get that shot off. That was Mattis Olim here on the near side. He's the assist master of the team, and the shot comes in, but well blocked, and there's too much traffic in front of that goal to get it through, as you see a little shift change.
May sound like science fiction, but if you go 4-2, from a coach's standpoint, you don't feel the game closed at all. I don't think that's going to be the case. Anyway, if Norway can make it to go 4-2 pretty within the next couple of minutes, which is very difficult to do. I know that Finnish coach cannot check or rest or give rest to players and so on, and that's so maybe no chance to give Vahanen some rest.
So behind the goal, Norway getting in. Shot coming in. Well, took everything, put all of it on the line there. Body, head, mind and spirit, but he managed to stop it. And another one comes in. Good save by Vahanen.
They don't feel any safe. The Finnish, they don't feel any safe, do they?
No, they were going to keep going until the final whistle, and Finland doing a good job so far in just resisting this. They don't need to push up too much because of the 3-goal advantage that they've got.
How tight you are, my Norwegian friends.
Well, Finland, of course, still looking for that medal, and maybe it could be this year. But next year, you think, when they've got co-hosting the tournament with Sweden, both teams, all the teams, are building towards the 2014 Winter Olympics. It's going to be held in Russia. Ranking points available from this tournament, and those points are going to increase year on year as we get closer to the competition. So that's another factor involved in Norway trying to continue with this good performance and build on this for next year and years to come in national hockey. Want to get involved for medals for the blue ribbon event, which is of course the Olympics. Norway quite a good record in the Olympics, 10th place in Vancouver, but some decent runs throughout. Finland, in fact, have got a very strong Olympic record. They won bronze in the last one, silver in 2006, a couple of bronzes in the 90s.
Well, the general feeling in Finland nowadays is a little bit of frustration for the lack of medals in recent World Championship. Anyway, they are very proud, and rightly so, of the Olympic bronze medal last year.
The Olympics is a completely different animal to this tournament, of course, because Canada and USA bring the big boys to the tournament, and often, you know, that's adding more and more quality, so it makes it even more of a triumph to get a medal.
Yeah, World Championship is really, you have big players, but based on the fact they're so big, they play in big teams in NHL, so they don't play many World Championship. Like, I don't know, Sidney Crosby, for example. Well, on the other side, you have players like Rick Nash, who plays for Blue Jacket, not a winning team recently. So he may have more chances to play in the World Championship. So as you said, there's a little bit of discussion. So World Championship and Olympic Games are pretty different stuff.
Certainly the most prestigious of the lot, because it's a quadrennial tournament, and this one's every year. But this is a fantastic place. As we see the fist come in from Pessanen, as he just spun round and injured himself in the process. You can see he's struggling with that right arm, just holding it down limp.
Also the knee doesn't look so good.
They take some hits, don't they, these boys?
He's standing, which is good. Let's see if it's just 2 minutes.
That's Christiansen in the box.
Should be a minor, but depends. No, just 2 minutes for Christiansen.
That's his is his first trip to the box. Christiansen.
Well, normally in crucial minutes.
Well, you can see Pessinen there, absolutely furious with someone.
Didn't look happy. Didn't look happy at best.
He's got a reason to be happy though, because his side look like they're going straight through to the semi-finals for the first time in a couple of 3 years. Falling at the last 8 hurdle, the last 2 times out. They've managed to put together a solid performance, particularly on those power plays. All on those power plays with 4 goals in 4 penalty moments, but there could be a chance of one back now. There's a little 2-on-1 developing as a shot comes in and the rebound taken, but it was well saved. Good work by Vahanen in the goal. Now there's another chance of working something out and the shot flies high and wide. Not too pretty that one, and Finland can bring it away.
Oh no, really. Finland probably is trying different solution for the power play, because normally they give power play duties to Samuel Pista and Ansi Samela because they're very quick and very good in playmaking. But I understand that the Finnish coach is trying something different, but it could have been pretty costly.
Well, that didn't work out. It was good determination from the Norwegians there. They were short-handed, but they sent up the attack. But that's what they've got to do, because we've got just under 6 minutes to play and there's still 3 goals adrift, and we need something now just to spark it up. And Finland are in no rush to push things. They don't want to give them any encouragement, so they'll just build again from the back and coming through center ice now, looking to lay off the pass here on the near side. Back onto the point. That's Salmela. Now behind the goal, passed around by Piola. And on the goal line, looking to make something happen just to win this 3rd period as well. On the goal line, and bringing it back. Norwegians high on the defense.
So no experiment. This is totally the first line for the finish. The Pista Sandra, Koivu, Ruutu, Piola, yes. The 5 of the first defensive and offensive line are in.
Now down in the Finnish end zone, and there could be a bit of space, and it's fired across the crease. No one could get that touch though that they were looking for. And Finland are going to be able to work it away. It's with Komarov. He lays the puck this side on the near. Nokalainen down in the corner. He lays it off onto the point. Jakola. Well, the Finns are doing a really good job here of just completely snuffing out any chances for the Norwegians of getting back into this game as we click down to almost 4 minutes to play. Mattis Olim, the most assists in the tournament. He's had a fantastic tournament. Definitely he'll see this as a real achievement in his career. 25-year-old, plays for Rockford Ice Hogs in the AHL. Finland in their own zone, just playing it up. Well, it's a poor pass and intercepted, so there could be a chance. It's a 3-on-2. Played across here on the near side, but couldn't get the shot off. Doing his best to get on it. That was Lans-Erik Spets, but he couldn't make it work, and Finland have crushed that attack.
I definitely like the attitudes of this losing but brilliant team, which is Norway today.
Well, the whistle goes on that play, and let's just have another look. Fresh air shot. That was the error from number 21, Niskala, the Finnish player. And then on the far side, he tried to make the space. Good save initially by Vahanen. Holtet went with the rebound, but...
Oh yeah, they create occasion out of, if I'm not wrong, it was a turnover pack. So the left winger kicked the puck forward, then he chased with very good confidence and speed, and that they found a way to create occasion.
3.5 minutes to go. Finland 4, Norway 1 in this quarter-final. Finland have it. Fighting for the puck down in the Norwegian zone here on the near side, trying to battle to get it out. That's Granlund. And he used his body to create some space, but it didn't work out for them, and Norway bring it now on the near side. Just a hopeful pass towards the goal of Vahanen, but he gets the big glove on it, and the whistle goes on the play.
They are so tired, and still they find the strength to attack. Teemu Lassila. They may also, our colleagues at the video camera, they think it might be a change in the goaltender.
I think there's also an injury lurking behind the back there, one of the players. Now behind the goal.
Bukkonen puts it deep there. But again, Ole Christian Tollefsen in since at least, I don't have the count, but I think he's over 30 minutes, way over 30 minutes to die once again. Looking
ahead to tonight, that's going to be a real corker. I can't wait for that. You'll have to tune in here on IIHF.com and listen and watch the Canada v Russia match. Two huge nations. Russia, of course, the #1 seeds, haven't really lived up to their billing. Canada have just been swatting people away. Was that a tortoise on his head?
Yeah,
Turtle, right. Well, it's an interesting one. I didn't see that yet. We've seen all sorts in the crowd throughout this tournament. There's been some very funny takes on fancy dress.
I've seen the mascot goalie, the mascot falling, crashing over the spectators, and they all have big love. So
yeah, I think he's part rubber. Goalie, the fox or wolf, excuse me, that's the mascot for the tournament.
What is this?
Wolf, I think.
Oh, right.
He's a bit more gymnastic and flexible than a wolf, but he throws himself all around this arena, doing all sorts of things to entertain the crowd, and he's done a good job in that.
Stand diving. Oh yes, there's an injury there.
As we take a look at that one.
Oh yes, there was a puck straight in the eyes.
What a champion. He took that and just kept going. It's Antti Filstrom, I think number 40. Maybe he's lost some teeth or something else, because that's what happens with these hockey players. They're harder than the average human.
Yeah, you should start when you're young playing with your mouth guard, but not many players do. And if the puck comes straight there, of course the mouth guard helps, but it doesn't stop.
The speed of the things coming at you, a bit of rubber like a mouth guard's not going to do that much. Maybe from a limb, but from a puck flying at 80, 100 kilometers an hour is going to do a serious amount of damage from a close range, or any range, in fact.
Very good dummy.
Finland trying to work it for the 5th goal, right in front, trying to work the angle, but just couldn't quite get it off. Now behind the goal, lays it off, looking for some space. Niskala was on the puck, but sent round again now by Mikko Koivu onto the back boards and around onto the far side. Norway trying to look for some option to bring it out. 90 seconds to go. It's going to be a triumphant victory thanks to that second period demolition for Finland. Great example of power play by them, taking advantage of Norway, and there's just a little bit of afters going on there as the whistle goes on the play. It's just frustration, as you were saying rightly earlier, Luca, and fatigue has been a big part of that frustration, because they haven't been able to keep up and defend the spaces as well as they wanted in that second period, and that allowed the Finnish to just take the game away from them in the end.
Well, I think that it would be very good for Norway to leave the tournament with a good effort, which is in general about the game. They're doing so, but catching more goals or penalties will help. Well, this is a roughing call. But when you use your sticks, sometimes the referee, if they have a reason to go over the minor penalty, they take it.
That's Mikko Koivu's second trip to the box in the tournament.
Just two and two. Right, guys. We are at the end of the match. Using the stick is not the best of things. So it's to each side. So we got a couple of minutes of 4-on-4 hockey. Then, if nothing else happens, we got 10 seconds, and that's it. This is what I call active coaching. A timeout.
A little bit late though for this timeout. Is it just to give them the final call and say well done for the tournament, go out and enjoy the last minute?
Yeah, probably he also wants to put his best man on the ice for the last minute. The timeout is about the same time of an average shift, so no surprise that Olim and Holt, the big scorers, even not from the first line, are in. They try the best until the end. To do what? To try the best until the end. That's it. And contact sports are like this. You want to leave the ice knowing that you gave everything, and the same goes for the coach.
Well, they've definitely given everything. As you can see there, 67 seconds to go. Norway going to take the highlight of that 5-2 win over France in the last game. That, well, they were already through, but it was a real icing on the cake for them, that win, and the goals from Holtet. And they've had some fantastic performances throughout. Like you said, the victory over Switzerland, that 3-2 win, that was a great moment for them in regulation time.
I wish you know that. I'm not sure that time is right. It goes 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Well, that can make a difference. Anyway,
I don't think if they get another 50 minutes that Norway are going to score the way things have gone since that first goal went in. It has been all of 36 minutes since they scored that first goal.
No, it's okay, it's okay. It's 1 minute left in the period, empty net, active coaching. Yes, you do it also because it's a good chance to practice with a special team, you know. That's cool.
Oh, and he's rattled the post with that shot, just missed on the far side from Vahanen's goal. Just like Luca's saying there, trying to create something. Perhaps it's a little bit too late. In my opinion, they probably should have gone for something like this a bit earlier on, because with only 30 seconds to go.
If you're not familiar with contact sports, you say to do what? You know, what you get if you go 4-2? Well, there is something special in contact, or should I say in collision sports like this. You wanna, first you're gonna practice a special situation that's technical, but there's a mental aspect in this. You want to try everything at any cost, at any second of the game. 6 seconds, 5 and 1 timer. No time for a push pass or whatever. You have to shoot, my friend. Time over.
And that's the buzzer, and it's gone, and Finland have won the game. It's a fantastic win from them, a come from behind win after Norway took the lead through Olim in the second period. That was a penalty shot, and things looked so good for them when he knocked that in. But poor discipline in the second period, as we were saying throughout the game, really cost them. And 4 times they went down a man, 4 times Finland came back and scored. Immonen got 2, Ruutu got 1, and the last one, Lahonen, made it 4-1. No goals in the third period. As we just take a look again at that shot coming in off the post, that was Olim. Mattis Olim, not Ken Olim, who scored the first goal. That was a fantastic effort, but it was a little bit too late. And in the end, the final score, Finland progress to the semi-finals to meet either Canada or Russia. Final score, Finland 4, Norway 1. Thank you from me, Owen Nilsson, for joining us. And
from me, Luca Tramontini. Thanks, and see you soon for more ice soccer.
Goodbye.
The prizes will be awarded by Mr. Ole Jakob Liebek, the president of Norwegian najlepší hráč mužstva Fínska, the best player of team Finland, číslo 26, number 26, Jarko Imo. Dámy a páni, na počest víťazného mužstva teraz zaznie štátna hymna Fínska. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Finland. Nominácií programu štvrťfinále majstrovstiev sveta 2011 v ľahkom hokeji uzavrie večerný súboj Kanada a Rusko so začiatkom o 20. hodine a 15. minúte. Ladies and gentlemen,